Wyll, what will you say? Ha.
Incredible to be back. My home. My city.
Also good thing that no one tried to stop you from entering. We are also so blunt here. But well, let's do the other things first before we out ourselves. We're nearing the city. Are you excited to return? Reluctant? A little bit of both?
Baldur's Gate is where I first raised a glass in toast at the tender age of 14, and got so tipsy from wine, I puked in Dillard Portier's bushes. It's where the flaming fist chased me after I'd stolen a peach from a cart in the Wide. I got a good chewing out over it too. It's where my father taught me to hold a rapier, to read books of lore, to know right from wrong. It's been 7 years since I left. It's no paradise, but it's home.
Long
and
time.
It's worth saving.
Because I mean, how old is Wyll? Is there like an official statement on that? Let's just quickly Google. Wyll BG3 age. Okay, he's 24, and to explain my reaction, he was exiled at the age of 17. Ouch. Gosh, the father really doesn't win the Father of the Year award. The Emperor promises incredible powers, if we're willing to pursue them.
Yes, and at a great cost, partial ceremorphosis.
Also,
I'm not about to make such a sacrifice. Not now, not ever.
very fair. I understand.
Thank you.
So, I am born of the Lord of Murder. I am a Bhaalspawn. I think Wyll is also one of the ones who know the most about that, right? What that implies, being from Baldur's Gate.
Hells. It explains so much. Listen to me. I knew another like you. Gorion's Ward. One of Baldur's Gate's great heroes. Bhaal's blood ran through their veins too. They burned away their own darkness with their own inner light. They chose courage. They chose honor. And so can you.
Is that the character from the first game? Or the first two games, I guess? But it's nice to see how supportive everyone is. I wonder if that would be different if you had like lower approval. If they would feel like more threatened by it. Yep. It's also nice to have the throwback to the first two games. They're so old. But every time I play BG3, I'm like, nah, maybe I should play the old games. I wish they would just do remakes of them. Alright. I don't think we can tell Aelin and Isabel about our dark urges. I wouldn't also be surprised if Aelin was just like, yeah, I know.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword?
Always.
Be most welcome.
No. Ooh, we can ask her to join permanently. Let's go. If you join my jam permanently, we can fight the powers of evil together.
Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of Bane and Baal.
Nice.
I will do my part to see them laid low.
I would say we make a pretty powerful, non-romantic paladin couple. So, Shadowheart. I'm also curious why we have a scene with her. But maybe it's also just a bug again.
Be honest. What do you think of the new look?
I mean, as I said before, I really like the new look, especially the different haircuts. Even though I do wonder how it worked. I mean, it kind of seems like her bangs got longer to no longer be bangs, but hey. What inspired the change?
I thought I knew who I was. But I was wrong. I do not belong to Shah. And I do not want to be adorned like one of her puppets any longer. You came to mind as well.
Aww.
I remembered that night when you resisted your impulses, turned away from what was demanded of you. I thought, perhaps, that if you could take a step towards the light, then I could try as well.
Aw. That is really cute. I mean, I would have wished we had that scene with Gale, but... Aww. Shadowheart, your romance was really nice. Even though it's a straight one, I really like it. Tonight Shadowheart is the hottest Shadowheart. The hair color also really suits her. And I mean, the green eyes are really nice. I can also appreciate that. You think someone else would notice Tiamat's head poking out of the clouds? Wait, what? Ah, up there. Still think there never was a cult, that it was all set up by Minthara in order to get Wyll to sign. Otherwise, others in the city would have noticed a full-fledged force with power to summon the dragon goddess, but only Wyll seems to know about the cult. I mean, then again, it really sounds like something from the campaign book Tyranny of Dragons. So for me, it was kind of like, hey, that ties in with that. But you do make a good point. And I mean, Minthara would totally do that. Remakes in the BG3 engine would be great. It would be really great. Really, really nice. But I think we won't get that. You know, I love it.
Well, I'm glad someone does. Perhaps I'll get used to it. I have a lot to get used to right now.
Oh, I hope she likes it as well, though. You mentioned Shah followers might be watching for us. You think we can use them to track down your parents?
I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go.
This is so much what's the worst that could happen energy. I feel that. Expecting a warm reception.
If by warm you perhaps mean a flaming arrow. I doubt they'll attack in public.
Not really Shah's vibe.
I expect they'll point me in the right direction so I can face my reckoning away from prying eyes.
Yeah, we can do that. And if we murder some Sharons, all the better. So, what should we be looking for?
Worm's Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a new arrival, I'd find somewhere before the bridge, blend in amongst the crowds, and wait. Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees. I'd look wherever they're gathering.
What is also just amazing about the third act of the game is that you get like to finish all the companion quest lines. And it's just, they're so good. Fans are already building expansion stuff, some may be willing to do BG1, BG2 or Planescape Remake. I mean, might be. I have no idea how complicated that would be. To like build completely altogether new models and stuff like that. We will see. I would definitely be up to play that.
Worm's Crossing. We could be inside the city walls before long. And I could be back where this all started.
I understand my affliction at last. I'm a Bhaalspawn. The blood of murder compels me.
I suppose that makes you quite remarkable. Though not in a way I'd envy, perhaps.
Yeah.
From what little I can recall hearing of Bhaal's mortal children, not all succumb to his influence. Perhaps you can still resist your nature, if you want to.
It's interesting how casual she says, like, if you want to, because I mean, if we don't, that would also be, like, really, really risky for her, right? Let's also have the tadpole talk. I think that special tadpole the Emperor offered will increase our chances of success.
More likely it would just put a stop to us.
Oh gosh.
I wanted nothing to do with those illithid powers before. What makes you think I'd want to jump into an even deeper hole?
I mean, very understandable
you know what that
reaction.
offer truly entails, don't you? Become half a mind flayer, lose half of yourself. I don't want that.
I mean, especially after losing so much to Shah already. Very well. If your mind is set, I won't try to change it. Alright. I think we have Gale and Minthara left. I wonder if we can actually tell Minthara about that. Yeah, that's great.
Civilization beckons at last. It's no Waterdeep, but Baldur's Gate is a respectable runner-up. Or at least a close third.
The armor's so nice. You can kiss Shadowheart. I think I can kiss all the Roman's companions, right? As often as I want to. The Skyrim engine fans are building Oblivion and Morrowind, and its Sky Oblivion will come out in 2025. Oh, it will finally release? It's been ages since they announced that project. I wonder if Gale would be more up to use the extra touch tadpole. I mean, you can tempt Gale with powers. I really hope he doesn't want to. We've been given a rare gift, an extra touch tadpole, with the power to grant you a new partial lethal form.
I can only imagine what I could do were I to adopt the biology of a mind flayer.
No, Gale.
You've not taken this power for yourself. So I can only wonder, why offer it to me?
Because I'm testing you and I want you to say no? Which is not a dialogue answer. Never mind. Let's talk about something else. I know the truth about myself at last. I'm a Bhaalspawn.
A Bhaalspawn? Gosh. I know what it is to have a closer connection than most with the gods. But with Bhaal, that's not a bond I'd like to be bound with. You should be careful. Very, very careful.
Oh, I was hoping you would be more supportive. Let's go for another kiss
There's
of Gale.
nothing that would give me greater
There's always
pleasure.
time for that. Ah. I love it. He prefers Sheboygan Magic Goddess. I mean, I'm gay, but I would also prefer Sheboygan Mistra compared to Bhaal. Hands down. There's no discussion about that.
No matter.
Never go for Bhaal. Ah, well. I think Merkel would also be not a prime choice. I guess out of the dead three? Maybe Bane. What am I even thinking about? How did we get here? Damn you, Diana. But also, question for you. Who of the dead three would you choose? Or to anyone who wants to answer that. Bash appointed a lot of women and also dragons. Yeah, he was quite busy creating Bhaalspawn. I wonder... I don't even want to think about consent. Oh well. Hey, Minthara.
You wish to consult me?
I can tell you. I need to talk to you about a private matter. Oh no, it's the first one, actually. You know, there's a darkness within me. I've learned its origin. Also interesting that I think this is the only option where we don't tell her outright. Is she just going to assume it?
Tell me. Or show me. My mind is open to you.
Oh gosh, she sounds so eager. Well, and Lavender connects his mind with hers and shows her every grotesque thought and deed in full, gory detail.
Exposed to the limitless horror of your dreadful imagination.
Please don't approve, Minthara.
Minthara's mind buckles, snaps, and then burns hot. She absorbs every detail, whether memory or dream, and drinks deep of them. You sense a desire in her equal in strength to your darkest urge.
Elghor, Doktak, Slayer. There are many names for you, and all of them inspire dread.
I guess Minthara would go for Bhaal.
Exquisite.
Oh, Minthara. You have questionable taste. What did I expect, though? Well, someone have had to shaboink Baal. Several, actually. Yeah. I mean, the real question is, like, was it with consent? I mean, all the Baldur's Gate games have several Bhaalspawns, and you have to murder your half-siblings. Now Minthara wants to shaboink. Oh boy. I'd rather become a nun than go for any of the dead three. That's a boring answer. You don't fear me?
Ecstatically so. It makes my heart race.
Well, how to toxic relationship? Go for someone you fear. I'm not sure I can control these powers.
You must. Yours is a heritage of murder. It cannot be ignored or evaded. You will either kill or be killed. We must find the Temple of Baal, slaughter Orin, and claim your inheritance.
Oh gosh, she wants us to push through. Of course, she's the only companion who wants us to pursue that path. Bye. Well, let's see if we can talk about more Dark Urge stuff. I need to talk to you about a private matter.
Then speak.
See, Diana? Like last time this was the same here, and I can't say the second one for whatever reason. And the first one, she just says like, nah, I don't think so. Yeah, see, when we click on the second one, nothing happens.
Very well.
That's what I meant earlier. Alright, I think this was enough talking about Baal and stuff. Oh hey, and Shadowheart wants to talk again. I think this is a bug.
Why, hello, lover.
Or not.
That sounded more debonair in my head, I'll admit. Do you need something?
Well. So, I would say let's return to Rivington. I also gotta say, Rivington and Rifewin, they are awfully similar. Yeah, I thought you already knew you were Bhaalspawn. Oh, I did. I mean, you kind of find out when you play the game as a non-Bhaalspawn, because then you find like the Dark Urge in the usual standard like White Dragonborn experience, like murdered in, well, a certain place. I mean, I always chose Merkel in D&D. He's generally not hard to please. Someone undead, profligate undeath, and Professor's name is the ultimate god of death, at least in my games. True. Also, should have guessed that was your favorite pick, with the necromancy and all. If going for one of the dead three, it would be Bane. Same mana charm, same. I think also... Well, now that I think about it, I think it's like the healthiest to probably go for Merkel, though. I mean, Baal, well, it's murder or be murdered, right? So you don't make it for long. And I would assume it's the same actually for Bane. Once you outgrow your usefulness, at least you don't have to be undead. So, let's go back. I also wonder what happened to our poor fire elemental.
See the city.
Whatever shall it be?
Up on the hill.
You know what? Let's summon a new one.
It's up there and we're down here.
Here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more.
Right.
Foot in front of the other.
Yeah, that seems a little buggy.
Where am I?
Oh well.
What's going on?
I don't know, Durge.
Light on my feet.
Trying not to get overwhelmed, we're just going to visit like place by place and have a little talk and a little quest around.
I'm going to have to make you.
Oh yeah? Gonna get your thugs to butcher my wife and kid, are you?
That's not what I meant. But if you do insist on continuing to be difficult...
This guy looks so fancy with the hat, especially. Ooh, let's see what they're arguing about.
Stay back. The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these spotters out of my house now!
Arthur,
The gesture.
sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards.
not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
Oh gosh. I like option 5. I also like option 3. This is quite the pitiful state to be fighting over.
This is my home. I may pride myself on my philanthropy, but I draw the line at being a halfway house. Zenobia and I are just navigating a slight contractual disagreement. Not that it's any of your concern.
If you actually succeed the inside check, you know that he's nervous about something. Arthur. True, it was not Arthur, but Arthur. For whatever reason. That's even weirder than Wyll with a Y. You know, have you tried talking it out with them? Perhaps you could come to some sort of agreement.
Agreement? Why should I negotiate with the vermin who've stolen my house? I've got nothing to say to them.
Inside fails, so not sus at all. His clothing, that's sus. Oh. Look at option 4. What I think is a little bit sad is that you can't really talk to either side some more. So it's like, we don't really know what they're arguing about, why the family's here, why Arthur wants them gone so madly. But I mean, if we can stand up to some pretentious people, let's go. And let's use our Dark Urge for that. They stay, or I will burn this building until there's no board left standing. Which might be a little bit much. Kind of sad that we don't get advantage for that. But hey, come on, as long as you don't roll a net 1. Nice. Let's threaten people as a paladin.
Fine. They can stay. Just don't blame me when they turn on you like the mongrels they are.
You surely are a philanthropist.
I respect your hustle, sweetheart, but it won't work on me. You've stepped on the guild's toes, and we'd like a little something to make it better.
Oh, she's from the guilds? Say failed history. Yeah, we don't know what the guild is, apparently. Interesting, I completely forgot that. Oh, what?
I'd say you'll live to regret it, but honestly, I'm not so sure you'd live.
I like that we get so many Dark Urge options here. Knock some sense into the substart. Option 5 is also nice. You know what? Let's play the bar card. We've never used that as something positive, and let's try to use it for something good. I am the child of Lord Baal, this filthy city's eternal terror. Do you have any last words? Nah. Net 20. So, what are your last words?
You're serious. Let's forget this unpleasantness ever happened.
I love it.
Come on, boys. We've got places to be.
Just how nervous she sounds. You're serious. Nice. I think I never solved that just by talking. So far, it was always violence. And not just talking about violence. Hey, Caravan Ox.
Do try the grass, should it take your fancy. Such sweetness should be shared.
Aww. That's cute of you, Ox, but I'm not that much into grass. Well, let's have a look around in the house and let's see what Arthur was so nervous about. Which we didn't notice, of course.
Threaten us. To threaten the children. Cinta was trembling.
She'll be all right. She's a brave girl. We'll get through this.
She's not brave, Ben. She's just learned to stay silent to avoid causing trouble.
Heartless scum. I'm a reasonable woman. We could easily work something out in a house this big.
No thank you, anything?
Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. And may Torm keep you.
But I mean, the thing is, like, for how long will they be able to stay here, right? Playing the Bhaalspawn card is so nice and free. We are so going to do that. Let's see how quickly it's going to backfire. So, how did you end up here?
Same way lots of us did. Trying to get away from the army of the Absolute. If you had the chance to put a roof over your family's heads after being on the run for Torm knows how long, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't, but I just want to point out Torm is very, very, very lawful. Torm wouldn't approve of that behavior, just like occupying a house. I'm on your side, but Torm wouldn't be. And no one's telling you to leave. Have all the roof you want.
We will stay. For now. I just hope he doesn't pay anyone else to come sniffing round. Thank you. And may Torm keep you.
I would recommend you choose another god. You are quite welcome.
You're the first person in this city to have our backs.
Oh.
Thank you. Really.
Yeah, quite the refugee crisis. And you will see many, 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 many people who are really horrible about that.
Peace. Haven't you heard there's an army march?
Yeah, we're taking care of the army, don't worry.
Seems simple enough.
Let's see if we can find the daughter.
Careful, I bite.
See, maybe here. Ah, 10. It's nothing.
Father, they will die for you.
Anything in here? Aha! Arthur's private musings. An unfinished love story handwritten by Arthur Gregorio, whose name is attached to the bottom of every page. Oh gosh, you wrote down the name on every page? Dude. Her ample bosoms fluttered like dove's fingers, brushing against his nails. The very ends of his mustache stood to attention as this fire stirred behind his eyes. No doubt this was love. Love, love. The stuff that dreams are made of. It made him sweat to think of it. The graceful, enduring, blossoming magnitude of what it all. The priceless, breathless, weightless, sheer romping joy of it.
We'll get through this.
Okay. Doesn't really sound like a love letter though. More like, I don't know, not the best written fanfic.
Have to keep going.
Ooh, gold ring. I love being a paladin and still stealing everything. Good thing we're a vengeance paladin. We need that for vengeance. A pleasurable deal. The shocking truth. Oh, I think that was about the guy who pledged his soul to a demon just to get like a play into the theaters, right? Ah, here's Reed. Yes. And then the interviewer calls him out, and then he ends the interview. We already read that. It's amazing. Ooh, some gold. Letter to Mamselle Amira. Craft.
Thank the gods.
Ah, we also meet her later. Who was she again? Who was Amira? Is she from Sharasa's Caress? Oh. Madame Amira, thank you for the invitation. You know how much I love Sharasa's Caress. Ha! Called it. But I still haven't lived down my last experience with the Drow twins, and I fear they won't have forgotten my little mishap. So, that's why probably my last visit. I hope you'll understand. Well. Oh, well. What kind of mishap, my dear Arthur?
We'll get through this.
He's just learned to stay silent.
Anyway, let's go downstairs. Okay, we just opened the door from up here. Weird. Oh, by the way, I'm not sure if we can also summon Scratch while we have our Camion friend. Let's see. It actually works. Nice.
Ready and waiting. Well, certainly waiting.
I am here.
Who has currently the brain item?
I can do
we still have that?
I must.
Did we give it to Minthara? Who has that?
Let me work my magic.
Us?
Well, hello.
I don't see it at least.
Such authority.
Oh well.
I've got a long road ahead.
We'll look later for it in camp.
Walk in death.
Ooh, some food.
Don't mind if I do.
Why do I keep stealing? With enough food, with enough loot? I think I'm just living... Oh. They're fists. Let's hope they're not going to try to arrest us. Yeah, there's a criminal here. Ah, gosh. I just said that it could be dangerous. Don't worry, I found them. Hi.
Arrested for theft. If you have a defense, make it now.
Elevena tries to talk his way out of it. Since when is it a crime to admire fine craftsmanship? I just wanted to have a better look. 15, we can do this. Come on, no nat 1. No nat... Ooh, critical hit.
You're free to go. This time. But next time you won't be so lucky.
I'm just living here for the thrill. Thank you, kids. We just secured you living here and you call the guards on us? Rude.
Very well.
Let's talk to her.
Now we don't have to leave. I'm gonna build a big house for all the rats. It's gonna be really fancy. You'll see.
Right before people. At least we didn't see it before, right? Ethan, why are you always taking red marked items? Because I like stealing?
Better be cautious.
And, I mean, before that, she didn't look into that direction. That's why I thought it would be safe.
Another step forward.
I need food. I'm poor. I have to steal. There's no other way.
Always room for more.
I also really didn't expect any of them to rat us out, to be honest.
Let's have a look.
Ooh, nice. Quite a nice gemstone here.
Cinta was trembling.
She'll be all right. She's a brave girl.
Let's have a look and see what's down the hatch here. I think we found the key, right? Yeah.